So this is a situation you might come upon where you're outnumbered, or you're clearly, if you dive out there, you're gonna be hurt. So what you want to do is you just want to start poking to keep them honest, especially the Sylvanas, just because of the tower. Now I'm lucky enough to have a support here, so I can play a little bit more aggressive, where I can just poke out, pop back, and then hopefully get a few heals. So you're gonna see here in a second that I'm just gonna try to keep this Sylvanas honest, not using my combo, but just using my ability to just poke her off because she is fairly squishy, same as Hammer. These are all squishy characters, so as soon as I get in, chances are they're going to back off. So what you just saw there was the combo. I pulled him in, and then I tried to guess where the spikes were going to go. Now this combo actually, it can be done in a couple different ways. You can do it the other way as well, but it takes a lot of practice. But you can see just by doing that, she took about 1/3 of her HP down, and I'm still at full health, so now she has to back off. Now she's going to be getting heals from Brightwing, so long-term Brightwing is going to be a problem, so they do have some sustain. Okay, so once again, she keeps going. So I'm just going to keep her from, taking the tower, doing the same thing. So you can see I'm taking some damage now, and that's largely not because of Sylvanas or Brightwing, it's because of Hammer. Hammer's the next problem here. So now I have to poke off Hammer. I'm calling for help. My Lily's doing a good job of supporting me, but clearly they're doing their thing up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to dive in and just take out Hammer, and then once again probably go to the fountain after. Now, notice when I stunned them, I could have done the dive. I did not, because at that point then, I'd be exposing myself and most likely would have been taken out by these people. So all I did is enough damage to just kind of push them off. And you can see now the towers have somewhat slowed down in terms of taking damage. There you go, and then now the opportunity has presented itself because Hammer came back out, overexposed herself, and now I am going to use my dive mechanism, which you just saw, to go for it. At this point now, because I have my kill, we should be backing off, because you can see Sylvanas is starting to come out and start taking out Lily. So the best thing to do here would just be to retreat. We've done a 1-for-0 exchange. We've taken out one of their main siegers. This is a good exchange in an early game. And this is the other thing you're looking for, is you're looking for people who are out of position. Their Hammer is out of position. You can see we're very this is what an assassin looks for in an early game, is these easy pickoffs, kind of like earlier with the Illidan with low health right at the entrance of the mines. So we're going to go ahead and just dive on this, and you'll see kind of the combo and how it works. So notice I'm positioning myself because they are using the escape mechanism. That means I have a couple seconds of Hammer not being able to get away, so that's why I started running away instead of running to. That way I have a better placement of my abilities once everything goes. And this is one of the things you want to do, is you saw I was kind of just body blocking the Hammer from escaping, just using my positioning on this. And then once the escape was done, I'm pulling, so that's the first part of the combo, I'm pulling Hammer back in. Okay, so now I'm going to try to do a stun on Hammer, which did not go off because they did the pushback, but it was enough because we had a ranged assassin with us. So still, once again, overextending. You can see how melee assassins kind of, you're using your body to control the fight, and then you're using your combo to control the fight. So it looks like there's going to be a team fight coming up in a second. So you can see I'm focusing on Sylvanas just because she's squishy. But now I have Illidan here, so I'm going to try chasing, and I realize this isn't going to go my way, so I'm going to back off. Now we had our Sylvanas come from the top, so that's part of the assassin's job. Is not necessarily to get the kills; it's just to do enough damage that someone else can secure it. Typically, you're ranged, which is exactly what happened with Sylvanas. So right now we've killed one, and we haven't lost anyone. And now you have a situation where it looks like this Illidan's pretty isolated. So this is the next mines run. Because we did well in that last kind of strange team fight where they pushed way too much, we have a lot of the control on the mines right now. However, they're all up, so we're presuming they're going to come for us. And in a second, you're going to see a team engagement and kind of how sometimes as a melee assassin you need to just kind of stay in there, sacrifice yourself for the larger picture. So we see them around. Lily's popped her ultimate. So I'm going to jump in, and you can see what happened is their main assassin was going to the group. So what I did is I went to their back line because they're very soft in the back, and I can hopefully do a lot of damage, and I popped my ultimate. So, you know, their main is out of position. I am causing a major distraction. You can see right now everyone's focusing or starting to focus on me. And I have pretty okay sustain for an assassin doing this move. It's enough that I'll do enough damage, and I'll die from this. But just watch the after effects of sacrificing in that regard. So you can see he actually burned his ultimate to get over to me, and now we have a situation where their Illidan's low on health, or their Illidan just died, and I'm taking out their hammer, and my team is totally healthy here and has a lot of damage that we can probably clean up decently after this. So this is going to be our last push here, just because we have such a strong golem. And you can see, once again, the Illidan's getting a little too exposed right here. And notice how I'm just kind of hovering in the back line, just seeing what targets to pick off, waiting for my moment. I'm not diving in blindly. So at this point you can see he went too far. So that's when I pull my combo, and notice I keep retreating. We just keep retreating. Okay, so once again you have a situation where someone's exposing themselves in the team fight a little too much. I'm not going to chase because it's not worth it. But you can see once again this team just keeps chasing, and we're going to pick them off slowly one by one while maintaining a large map presence. So there's the combo, and you can see how quickly it melts them off. And then I'm pulling mine, and even though it was only for one kill, at this point they're very weak. That was basically all their damage. All they have is a heal now and a Sylvanas, which we don't know where is clearly not in this team fight. So we have secured this push with the